Hoop Dream fan and everybody out there listen. This is the AG and Gaze podcast weekly update. Listen, y'all, I don't even know where to begin because there's so much happening. NBA, WNBA, and Lord, I'm not even a hockey fan, but hockey has taken over. So who knows what may happen on today's show? But we got so many things to talk about: free agency, new coaches being hired. I mean, just everything is going on, and we want to make sure that we cover the topics that you want to talk about. Guess what? I'm Will Gates, and that's my dog.
Arthur Agee in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. AG, man, listen, man, there's so much going on right now. I don't even know where to begin. But let's start here, man. NBA Finals recap. Celtics win. Jaylen Brown is the Finals MVP, man. What's your take on really just that series as it has concluded with the Celtics winning and going really one up on the Lakers now for most NBA championships, man? Give me your thoughts on that.
Man, I wanted to go 7. I wanted it to go 7. I'm glad Dallas got that one game where they blew them out. But I know Boston didn't. It was something in my mind that was telling me that Boston, and they kept that game kind of close until, they went up to to Dallas just went berserk. But I think they really wanted to win it in their hometown, in front of their fans, on their floor. And I know they was like, well, we lost this one. We going back to the crib, and we'll get that one in front of the fans. Like, they was that confident, like knowing that they could beat this team. So, Jaylen playing the way he played, I'm glad he got, MVP. They was tripping on our boy, JT. I felt it. I felt it. I kind of more like him now, and he's I like the way he deflected all the BS that was thrown towards him.
That's right.
Well, you supposed to have 30 and 30. No, this dude was playing a team game. He these guys that surround him, Derek White and everybody, he was letting everybody flourish, but the boy was playing defense. He was rebounding. He had his imprint all over the game, but that Jaylen Brown boy,
I'm gonna say this, man. I'm gonna say this. If you look at the numbers, JT numbers were better than Jaylen Brown.
Just the numbers, okay.
The numbers were better, but I think JT carried over from the previous series, the Eastern Conference Championship into the finals, and so that momentum carried with him. But I do believe that Jason Tatum had a better finals. I think what hurt Jason Tatum from getting the finals MVP was the best game he had, they lost.
They lost it. Yeah.
And I think what gave Jaylen Brown the MVP is the best game he had in the finals, they won. So it was like you could have really flipped a coin and gave it to either one. What I love is, man, that you're right. They got this 1A, 1B, depending on who it is tonight, going, and they figured out, because you remember it wasn't even not too long ago. They was like, they need to blow it up. Let's get rid of them. They can't play together. Like two superstars can't win championships. But no, I'm glad the Celtics held on to these guys. And you're right, the other guys played in. Got to show some love to Al Horford, who stepped in. He played big roles. Yeah, Big Al, man. Porzingis was out. But I do think when Porzingis showed back up, that changed the dynamics too, man. He was just a game changer. They didn't have an answer for him at all. But I just think the Celtics just had too much overall at every position. And so I'm glad the finals is over so we can get to Summer Olympics. AG, it's just, man, everything just going on. We got so much to look forward to. But now it's free agency time. Now we're talking about trades. We're talking about coaches getting hired. And speaking of coaches getting hired, we got two: Kenny Atkins, JJ Redick. But we got to start with JJ Redick and him being hired by the Los Angeles Lakers. What is your take on that, man?
Well, they are a coaching carousel. LA is. They are a coaching carousel. So, I mean, I don't mind JJ, a young boy, a young dude coming in getting a shot without, having any coaching experience. Shit, he played 15 some years in the league. That experience alone. You know how many
Absolutely.
coaches he did, you know how many coaches he didn't play for? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And not like he
Absolutely.
was, a journeyman type dude. This dude was, from Duke, All American. You know what I'm saying? So I like the hire, and I wish him nothing but luck, man. And I just hope uh, the media out there in LA and just the sports media in general, don't take every little thing, but which we know they are, you know, bringing in the podcast with him and LeBron, are they still gonna do it and all that? Well, why not? They started it before he was even the coach,
Right.
you
Right.
know.
Right.
So
Well,
I, you
I'm
know, I definitely approve of the hire, and I wish him nothing but luck, man.
Well, I'm gonna say this, man. I'm not against the hire because I feel like this. Jenny Buss, Rob Pelinka, you guys can hire whomever you believe works best for your organization. Now, I want to throw this out here though, as a caveat though. This is it. Again, I'm not against the JJ Redick hire. I'm mainly speaking from this perspective that the route to becoming an NBA coach it changes whenever the league gets ready to make it different. Because at first you used to have to put in time, and so I'm talking about guys like
Yeah,
Sam Cassell and others, assistant coaches that have been sitting there waiting on opportunities to coach. Now, again, if I'm the head coach, I mean, if I'm the GM, if I'm the owner, I'm gonna hire whoever I want to hire. That's just my prerogative, in the words of Bobby
right.
Brown. But we hadn't seen that being the case all the time. Most times,
Yeah,
you look at guys' resume and say, "Hey, you got a proven track record, or you've coached under some great coaches." So it's going to be interesting to see as JJ walks into this, because LA, let's put it out there, man. It ain't a typical job. LA
no,
is, I mean, it's limelight. It's Hollywood. I mean, there are a few jobs in coaching
yeah.
that is you got a job inside of a job. Like you got
Story
LA.
franchise on his own.
Yes. LA, New York, Boston, Chicago. When you come there and coach these type of organizations, you got to
Yeah,
win.
yeah.
You just said it earlier. They got a coaching carousel going over there. That's because they ain't winning. And even when they do
Hmm.
win, you still are subject to be fired. I mean, I look at Darvin Ham. Man, this dude played in the Western Conference Finals a year
Hmm.
ago, win the in-season tournament this past season, and he still gets fired.
Mm. Yeah,
So it's going to be interesting to see how the Lakers. I think the Lakers have to approach this with an opportunity to give JJ opportunity to be
yeah,
great. You gotta let
yeah.
him. You gotta let him grow in it and be great, man. So what about this Kenny Atkinson though? He's gonna coach.
Hey,
He's coaching
I
the
like that. I
Cavaliers.
like I like that dude. He's been Steve Kerr's top assistant, you know what I'm saying, for the past 3 years. So, he know ups and downs, championships, and for him to get a shot with the Cleveland Cavaliers, I think it's hey, like you said, the GM and the owner over there hire who they wanted to hire. You know what I'm saying? They could have went in-house, but they cleared my man whole staff up out of there, didn't
Clean
they? And
them
said,
out.
"Hey, Kenny,
Clean them out.
What was it? Bernie's son?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
So his also was interesting about this. I don't know how many people remember this, but Kenny Atkinson was actually hired by Jordan to
yeah,
coach
yep,
his team, and he said, "Thanks, but no thanks." So
yep.
he went back and said, he accepted the job, but then he said, "No, I won't have nothing to do with that." So I think that was a great move on his part, because sometimes too, man, when you walk into an organization, I just think you got to do this as a coach too. It's not just about accepting what's always offered to you as well. So
Mm-hmm.
I like to hire, but I'm still
And
gonna say this, man.
I wanted to mention this too, G. Kenny Atkinson. I didn't know he was the French team's national assistant coach.
Absolutely.
So
But
you know
see,
he got some international experience that he plays and stuff that he gonna come and
and
how he gonna be able to.
so that backs up my point then.
Yeah,
Resume versus no resume. That's all. That's all I'm saying. You know,
yeah,
But again, if you're the GM and you are the owner of the team, it's your money, and you could put it
yep.
wherever you want to. So, man,
Yes, you can.
I like. It's going to be interesting this year. I don't know if the NBA is over with hiring and firing coaches, but hey, man, what can you say? But what about this free agency? Because I want to throw some names at you, man, that I think in terms of this free agency is going to look good. But I want to get your take on where you think they should either stay or go someplace else. And if they go someplace else, who do you think they should go to? Let's start with who is clearly probably the best free agent out there, bar LeBron James having a player option, but Paul George, unrestricted free agent, or he actually really have a player option too. But if he decides to sign out, he'll be an unrestricted free agent. Should Paul George stay with the Clippers or find him a new home? And if so, where should he go?
Dude, that's one of the toughest. That's one of the toughest free. Well, the second. Well, he's the first toughest. Then the second one is that boy from the Foxhole, the Fox boy, De'Aaron Fox.
De'Aaron Fox?
Yeah.
Well,
Man, I mean, how tight he is with Kawhi. You know what I'm
listen,
saying? Is it that LeBron D Wade tight? Or do he feel like, man, you know what? I kind of want to change the scenery. It ain't happening as quick as I thought it was going to be happening over here in LA.
or maybe he also want somebody who can play 82 games with him. You
Oh,
know, I'm just saying.
say,
I'm just saying. Maybe he's getting tired of carrying that load the way that he carries that load. That team isn't getting younger. They're getting
no,
older. So so
no.
but but if he leaves the Clippers, who should be on his radar?
He got to go to a contender, bro. Like someone in the middle of the pack, whether it's the East or the West. And I say, if he goes to the East, I wouldn't mind him going back to the Pacers.
Really,
I wouldn't mind
really,
seeing him back with the Pacers
really.
or the New York Knicks.
Let me tell you something. I was thinking the Knicks myself. Let's see
Yeah.
that boy in a Knick uniform. I got two places I'd love to. If he's in the East, I would love to see him with New York. If he stays in the
Ugh.
West, I would love to see that boy play with the Warriors.
Ant-Man.
With the
With the
Warriors.
Warriors.
Yes.
Oh. I think he'll be an invigorator for them if he goes with New York. Draymond Green them would get off all that
And
feeling shit and
and
they'll
his
start.
and this is my take on why I think he'll be a great fit for the Warriors, because if Klay Thompson leaves, which he probably should leave, he fills that role but gives you more. He's a great defender
Yes.
and he can create his own bucket. And he
Yep.
don't need nobody to create a shot for him. So
Yep.
I think you actually get more. Now here's my thing. Klay Thompson, I think he should go to the Milwaukee Bucks. They need a bonus,
Mm.
and now you can. I mean, that third spot is really open over there.
So, and Chris Middleton talk is you swapping out Chris Middleton for him? I
Absolutely,
mean, so look,
absolutely.
but they saying your boy, they saying Clay catch and shoot like he done lost his confidence, like he ain't one of the Splash brothers no more.
But
Like that he one of the Miss brothers.
as well as I know, sometimes all you need is an address change. You you put him with a coach like Doc Rivers saying, I don't care if you shoot it from outside the building. And see, to
Oh,
me, it ain't nothing like a coach giving you the confidence that you need to get your game back. Ain't nothing like a coach say, I don't care how many you miss. Keep shooting that thing because you're going to make them for us when we need them.
He did it with Ray Allen. I mean, he gave Ray Allen the green light to pull that thing.
Now you got the Greek Freak, Dame, and Clay. Game changers in the East. Game changers.
Man. So the thing about it is, though, with that, some dudes, they pick the city of their lifestyle, how miserable Dame was in Milwaukee and all the personal issues that he had to deal with all of that. The man said he just wasn't, he didn't work out. He told Doc,
The problem
I
was
didn't get my
because
workout in and all of that. And would Clay adapt to Milwaukee, the city?
Absolutely, because I think it would be different for Clay. Well, first of all, Dame's mindset was already in Miami. His heart, his mind, his money, his house, everything was there except for him. So his body was in Milwaukee, but the rest of him was in Miami on the beach. So that's different. Right? But I think with Clay, because he needs the another proving ground that he's still a legit top 10 player in the league. I think he comes, and plus, not only will I think it will, recharge him, I think it will give the Bucks. I think they'll play with more vigor now. Now all of a sudden, Giannis ain't gotta try to give you 40 every night. You got two other legit guys that can bring the noise. So I think he should go there.
G, what was do you think Giannis was by coming down to the end of the playoffs, end of the regular season, going into the playoffs, do you think his body was shutting down, like he was hurt?
I think he got hurt, but I'm also going to say this, man. I think this is about a lot of guys that play like him when they're dominant so early.
Yeah.
Their game hasn't gotten better. So the league figured out how to guard him. Like until he develops, a stronger outside game, he got to be able to shoot that 18 to 20 feet and really stretch it out to, 22 and a half feet. He got to get to that 3-point line. But then his post game can't just be turns and dunks. He got to be able to shoot jump hooks, going off the left shoulder or the right shoulder. He got to develop a fadeaway game, but at the same time to continue to be that strong, powerful presence. I think every year he should be adding different pieces to his game. Yeah. And I don't know if we saw that last season. He was still playing that bully ball where he would just run through you because he was more athletic than everybody and he was dunking on cats. But the league can quickly catch up with your skill set. I mean, these are pros. They can do it.
They watch film.
Now, I got a name I want to throw at you, man.
What's that?
Woo! My Chicago Bulls. DeMar DeRozan. He's unrestricted. Should he sign? Should he go?
Debo. I love watching that dude play, man. I ain't gonna even lie. I love watching Debo. I love watching Debo play, man. Volume shooter. I wish his defense was a little bit more intact. But I think he would have to go to a contender, G.
I got one for you. The LA Lakers. Yes, sir. Go out there, play with LeBron and AD.
Austin Reeves.
With Austin Reeves. The West is suited and booted. I mean, Lakers in contender form again. If they can get a strong, I think that's what they always been missing. A strong wing player, because a lot of people don't even recognize this too. D'Angelo Russell is also, he's done. So they got to make a decision, where he has a player option. Should he sign or go someplace
I think
else?
They need a PG, dog. I think they need a point guard.
You got to have a point guard. But if you
they need a point guard.
But if you get a DeMar DeRozan who can be that wing that they clearly don't have, that shooting wing that they
Yeah.
don't have.
He's
Change
another
it.
like Paul George. Like you ain't got to call no plays for him. He can, he can just go do his thing, but he can also draw, and he's a good passer.
And
He's a
how
good
about
passer.
this? We think that LeBron and AD 2-man game is something. Can you imagine DeMar DeRozan and Anthony Davis in a 2-man game? You're going to have to give on one of them because
Yeah.
DeMar DeRozan probably got, right now, at this point, the best mid-range game in the league currently.
Yeah. And he
I
got,
mean,
and he clutch too. This dude be
yeah,
hitting
he
straight
clutch.
up clutch buckets like
Yes.
gamers.
Yes. Yes.
And he from LA, so he will be going back to the crib.
Man, easy.
Ooh.
Easy. But man, that's so much going on in the league, man. I mean, we can talk forever about all these free agencies, and we promise y'all we will continue to do these things because the NBA ain't even really got flowing into NBA free seasons yet. But I
Yeah.
want to throw this at you, AG, because we just got to just talk about it, man. Money Williams getting fired 1 year. And they paid this brother a lot of money, so I ain't mad at him. He got the check still coming. But 1 year, they still owe him $65 million. Why do you think they let Monty go?
Because his name is not Monty anymore. Well, it's Monty. His name is Monty Brewster. Okay. He is Monty Loaded Brewster. Okay. You're gonna fire me after 1 year and I don't even have to coach. You're gonna pay me $60-something million. Show me the door. Don't even give me a red carpet. Just let me go. Dude, I don't know what Detroit over there got going on. Who is their general manager?
I have no idea.
Who is their president?
I have no idea.
And how the hell did they come to that conclusion? I mean, what?
Especially after you make this investment in them, just money-wise. But I got to ask you this, though, man. And nobody's talked about this yet. So we're going to give you an exclusive here on the Hoop Dreams podcast. Do you think there's been some player involvement in that?
I think it could be some player involvement. Because those were some young guys over there.
Young guys.
And Money then coached a lot of veteran guys. And he
also has been a great young coach, too. You gotta remember his days in New Orleans. Had them dudes playing, man. I mean, and we're talking about a guy that sat under some great coaches himself, from Pop and others. I mean, he is. Yeah. I mean, even what he did in Phoenix. I mean, let's be honest. Devin Booker is Devin Booker because Monty had a lot to do with that. I mean, that's so.
I mean, I would say it had to be some. I'm quite sure it was a little bit of everything. Will, some player involvement, some upper management involvement. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it had to do with all of that, and they just came to the conclusion and said, "Hey, you know what? We'll bite the bullet on this one. We just gonna, let's just send him, just give him his walking papers, pay him his money."
Well, shoot. If I'm Monty, like, listen, can I get my check all in one? Just give me my.
You wanted all of it front, right?
Just give me the listen.
I want to see the zeros on that.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Let's.
And guess what?
Oh no, they're gonna say, "Oh, we're gonna have to pay you over 10 years."
No, we ain't doing that. Pay me all mine right now, and then guess what? And I'm going up there to pick my check up. I'm gonna use my app.
You gonna use the app?
I'll use the app. Make sure it get clear before I walk out the building.
Monty Loaded Brewster.
Absolutely,
man.
Money Williams. Hey, listen, man. As we end this thing, man, we gotta end with
the women,
NBA.
not girls.
Absolutely, the WNBA.
With the girls.
That incredible game, man. That was this past weekend with Chicago Sky and the Indiana Fever, man. First of all,
yes,
shout out to man, what Angel is just doing, man, is incredible. Double doubles, coming with it, bringing the noise. Because here's the thing I want to throw at you, man, and I want to get your opinion on this. Like I was talking with this with my sons the other day, and I was saying, what's harder to be trash talk to and got to back it up, or be the trash talker and got to back it up? What's harder?
Oh, being a trash talker. Because you can't talk all this trash and come out here and give them 6 points in the fourth quarter and it's a tight game. You got to come with it if you're talking that trash. And let me tell you, that girl who was guarding Angel Reese, I don't know if her last name Harris, but she just should have just shut the hell up. Because when she got to talking, they would start off chirping like a little bit back and forth. I'm like, is they talking to each other? Like, then you saw it, like whatever kicked in with Angel Reese, she must have said some shit that pissed her off. Because she was like, oh, that's how you, okay. Now I'm gonna come every time.
You know, ain't nothing like that get you going. That she must say something about her mama. That's the only thing that gets you going like that.
But you said something about my mama?
That's right.
You said something about my mama?
That's right. Hey, I'm loving this, man, because what we getting to see is this actually kind of, I think, can solidify some of the noise out there that it also just isn't about what Caitlin is doing. This is also about, listen, Angel Reese is saying, hey, I'm bringing the noise. I'm loaded. I'm my hand is on the trigger. This rookie class,
yeah,
has to be acknowledged. It's probably one of the best WNBA classes to come into this league in a long time. And this is not taking away nothing from the women previously, but I'm just talking about in terms of the spotlight. This has just been,
yes.
I mean, man, I find myself checking the schedule. Who playing tonight? Matter of fact, I was so upset that they ain't play on Monday. I was like, what is going on? Like, where the basketball at? The game has been this good.
All 3 games will have lived up to the billing, and especially this last one. You know where I watched it at, Will? At the crib, because the ticket was $200 and $300.
That's what I was going to tell you. Did you see how much the ticket's worth for the game? You can't even get in the game. You can't even get in the game. Well, first of all, I'm sending this out at Chicago Sky. Y'all need to send my man some tickets. Get him some front row tickets sitting at the game. Because
I'll bring about 15 young girls that come who love them. I follow a bunch of girls that's young basketball players on Instagram. I would bring about 20 of them, give us front row tickets, and let them just have a ball with watching and learning. And yes,
I tell you this, man, the growth, the development, the direction that. And I like what Angel says. He said, you know, this is not just about women's basketball, but this is about women's sports in general, man. I mean, we're going back literally to the days when, Venus and Serena was walking up on the tennis floor and beginning to dominate and had to fight through all these things, man. And I'm just ever so grateful that the women's game and women's sports in general is getting this long overdue just due. This is because here's the thing, man. It's a great product. I mean, let's call it what it is. It's a great product.
Yeah. These girls can, I mean, they really take this game serious, but they also have fun with it. But I'm telling you, we got 2 rivals in that league. It's the Indiana Fever against the Sky, and it's the New York Liberty against the Las Vegas Aces, baby.
I like your ladder. I think the Fever and the Sky. I'm gonna be a little hesitant on the Fever and the Sky right now, because my thing is this: when you battling for last place, I ain't calling that no rival. So I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
They packed that arena.
They
all
are.
3 levels of that arena was packed.
They are, but I think at this moment they gotta take until you win a little bit more, man. You can't be no rival battling for last place. That's just
that's just the thing, because of the cachet that Caitlin and Angel Green. And both teams are in last place in the league,
But
but
look what
because
you're
of they
saying
were
though.
rivals in college,
But look what
that
you're saying though.
translates what?
Look what you're saying though. You're talking about two people as opposed to two teams.
Well, they
So
own a team, Will.
exactly. So, but I'm saying if they was on different teams, would you say the same thing? Probably so. So I'm just saying, what you're talking about two individuals. You're not necessarily talking about two teams per se.
Hey
Now,
man, the
when you
girl
talk
came.
about New York and Vegas, that's different.
Dude, did you see the bounce pass Caitlin Hart threw to her teammate, and she missed the layup? Dude, this was like on some Isaiah Thomas, like some skip to my Lou type shit, bro.
Oh,
Like it,
absolutely,
it had to be a
absolutely,
30-foot pass, bro. A 30-foot bounce
absolutely.
pass.
But again, my take is you got two teams who can't beat nobody good. That ain't a rival. You battling for that. You know what that's like? That's like two little kids racing to see who's not gonna be last.
But when they race against each other, it's a rival. Just because
How's
of
it?
them two playing
How is
against
a
each other.
how's it a rival just to get okay? They come in eighth place just to go to the next race to get blasted. It's not a rival.
Hey, hey, are you trying to
Listen,
act like
was
Mad Dog right now? Do you want to
listen.
go? Do you want to
Was
go at me right
was
now?
was Marshall and Westinghouse a rival? Yes.
Of course.
Okay. Was Marshall and Collins a rival?
No.
Hey, thank you. Thank you.
What? Oh,
No,
damn,
no,
man.
no.
He said no, no. Dude, don't be trying
Exactly.
to put me in another
So
corner
all
trying
I'm
to.
saying is, was
The whole
St.
Red
Joe's
West was rivals.
was St. Joe's and Holy Cross a rival? No. But was St. Joe's and St. Pat a rival? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Fans, y'all agree with that?
Listen,
He finna have me go Stephen A. and Ryan
you,
Clark up here on him.
you can do all you want to, but you until you winning, you don't go in the ranks of rivalry. You can't be a rival for last place. Now I get it. We see rivals in like most times. You see Michigan versus Michigan State, but again, they ain't at the bottom of the pool. Because have you
Hey,
ever noticed when these teams, when neither one of them are well, nobody keeps saying, "Oh, this is a rival game." No, when one team ain't doing well, it ain't no rival game. They looking like whoever's the worst team about to get blasted.
yo, let's before we get off, I just want to talk about the WNBA female sneakers.
Ha! Who's that? Who got the
The
ones?
the one Sabrina Ionescu sneaker, dudes wearing her shoes like
Well,
in
she
the
got
league, like
she got the
Sabrina,
well, Sabrina got the Kobe
Stewie,
remakes.
yeah,
Well,
Sabrina.
it's only three right now.
Well,
And what
I
you
mean,
calling just got hers. Angel just put
yeah,
out
with
not
Reebok,
Angel, right? Angel got us with Reebok. First of all, have you seen Angel shoes?
yeah,
They need to
they look
sell
like
them joker in men's sizes because she been putting out some heat.
they kind of look like the Iverson question joints with the sole and everything. But I'm waiting on to see Asia joints.
Asia joints are coming soon. But they actually, I don't. She may have them on for the Olympics because Nike did just put out her logo, which I'm digging the
Mm-hmm.
logo. I'm digging the logo. That logo is kind of nice. They got. Well, man, I'm always a big fan of 22, so I ain't even hating on that.
Right, right.
But right now, I think Sabrina's shoes come out this week, this weekend. I think hers come out. But she got them Kobe remakes, man. What can you say? She got these Kobe remakes. They are fire. But again, if people have not seen Angel Reese, her Reeboks, even just the different colorways, and man, she out on some Juneteenth joints.
Yeah,
She out here doing it, man. I don't know if Reebok, Shaq, and AI is pushing it, but
right.
man,
I wonder
She got some joints.
was those two guys behind it of having the company go out and grab her.
Well, they are the company. They are the basketball division. Shaq's the president, and AI's the vice president. Shaq signed Angel when she was in college.
Damn.
Absolutely. When she was at LSU.
But she couldn't wear the shoes.
Not doing the LSU
playing,
game, but she had,
right.
They had her in commercials and ads and stuff outside of, but yeah. I love what they're doing with her, man. But listen, this is just another evolution to me in the women's game. I think there's a lot of other girls that deserve shoes in the game. So hopefully, man, this just be a continuation. Come on, Adidas, sign some of these girls. I'm even gonna throw this out here.
Candace Parker, they say she the president over there at Adidas.
It's time to find somebody to throw a shoe. And I'm gonna even say this. I know Nike has the 3 girls right now, but I think, I'll be honest with you, man. I think all the brands waiting on Juju to come up in there, man. That's Juju might be the next WNBA Jordan women's sponsor.
Okay, so she's replacing Maya Moore.
Absolutely.
The legend Maya herself.
Yes, because think about it.
I can definitely dig that.
She on that level. She's on that level. I mean, hey, what can you say, man? So, man, the game is in a great pace, both the men and the women's. Again, we got a lot more that we're going to share with you guys in the weeks to come. We got the Summer Olympics, men and women's basketball. I can't wait for that. The NBA draft is coming up. We're going to have things to say about that. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in to the Agee and Gates podcast.
We got to tell them this.
What's that?
We got to tell them about our Hoop Dream 30th anniversary tour.
What's that?
If you guys would like to see me and William make a tour stop in your city with the podcast, with the Agee and Gates Hoop Dream podcast, y'all leave us a note, under our YouTube page, get in contact with us and leave us a message of where you think we should stop at. We looking cities right now. But we just want to get y'all feedback to be inclusive. We want to hear from you guys. Agee and Gates 30th anniversary tour stopping in your city. So
and Agee said he gonna play all y'all one-on-one.
All y'all. I'm gonna play anybody who want to play me one-on-one. I'm gonna have ice packs on my knees, so don't worry about it.
Well, I ain't doing it. I ain't playing nobody, but I will ref. That's right. Hey, look us up on all of your social media platforms. Leave us a message about things y'all want us to talk about, as well as, like Agee say, let us know if you guys want us to stop in your city on a tour. There's lots coming up the pipeline. Again, follow us on all your social media platforms, and don't forget to check us out on the Agee and Gates podcast. We got some great interviews up there that we know that you're going to love. Peace, and we'll talk to you guys next time.
And subscribe.